WSRH Sports, we find out how our boys soccer team did against South Fork in districts.
Plus, we take a look at how our boys basketball team did against the Wellington in an intense battle.
And we find out how our girls basketball team was able to take down Atlantic in a fierce match.
WSRH Sports starts now. Welcome to WSRH Sports, your leading source for sports coverage at Seminole Ridge. I'm Carlos Suarez.
And I'm Shayla Stowagon. Today is January 26th. We got a lot to tell you about today, so let's get right into it. Just last night, our boys soccer team clashed with the South Fork Bulldogs in a district showdown. The stakes were high, with every pass and play meeting possibly a triumph or to end a season. WSRH sports reporter Savannah Mazzio has the play-by-play on how our team did while playing for a champ at the championship
last night against South Fork. As the Hawks got the ball closer to the net, the Bulldogs goalie made a great stop. Kason Pites passes the ball to Paul Benoit as Tyler Pites unsuccessfully gets the ball. Then Nior Suarez tries to kick the ball, unfortunately missing the goal. With the score remaining 0-0 the whole game, they head into PK kicks after overtime. Both teams kick the ball into the goal, scoring PKs. The Hawks and Bulldogs, after each 5 players kick, the score still remains the same going into sudden death. The Bulldogs end up making the goal as the Hawks miss, making the Hawks score 0 and Bulldogs 1. For WSRH Sports, I'm Savannah Mazzio.
Recently, our girls soccer team went head-to-head with the Glade Central Raiders in a fierce showdown. WSRH Sports reporter Will Claude has the play-by-play.
The Seminole Ridge Hawks girls varsity soccer team hosted Glade Central Raiders at home in their regular season finale, as they look to bounce back from a tough loss to rival Wellington before they make their way into the district playoff. At the start of the game, Glade Central takes the opening kickoff to open the game. They keep possession until Jasmine Eiler rushes downfield, competing for the ball, and gets the penalty called on Glade Central, allowing for the Seminole Ridge penalty kick. Senior forward Jasmine Eiler steps back for the penalty kick and steps up to put the ball into the top right corner of the net, putting the Hawks in the lead. Anav Suarez makes her way past the defender and passes over to Aaliyah Lobo, who dribbles down towards the goal and shoots past the goal to score in the opposite corner of the net, increasing the Hawks' lead to 6 in the second half. Brianna Jones brings the ball down the left side, setting up the cross for Ashley Ruddick, who puts the ball over the keeper for her first goal of the season. Ashley Ruddick on the right side passes it up to Courtney Reed, who dribbles past the defender, taking a shot on goal that goes through the goalie's hands for her first goal of the season. The Hawks beat the Raiders 8-0, finishing the season with an 11-1-2 record and advancing to the district semifinals, where they will face Dwyer at home. For WSRH Sports, I'm Will Claude.
Last Tuesday, our boys basketball team took on the Wellington Wolverines in a tough matchup. WSRH sports reporter Carlos Suarez has the play-by-play.
Seminole Ridge's varsity boys basketball team had a tough matchup against the Wellington Wolverines Tuesday night. The Wolverines are entering this game with a record of 15 wins and 4 losses, making this a very difficult game for the Hawks. Starting the game, Wellington ends up winning the tip-off. Both teams start off slow until senior point guard Reggie Reinhardt converts on a reverse layup, giving the Wolverines an early lead. Senior Elijah Freeman comes up with a defensive rebound and pushes the floor. Wellington, with some great ball movement, eventually finds Reinhardt for an open three-pointer. Later on in the game, junior Jonah Pio comes up with a defensive rebound and passes it to senior Jonathan Benitez to get up the court. Jonathan passes the ball back to Jonah, who shoots a pure three-pointer. But this effort was not enough as the Hawks fall short to Wellington Wolverines with a score of 61-16. For WSRH Sports, I'm Carlos Suarez. Last Tuesday, our girls basketball team went up against the Atlantic Eagles in a riveting matchup. WSRH Sports reporter Austin Lamanna has the play-by-play.
The Seminole Ridge girls varsity basketball team took on the Atlantic Eagles. Let's break it down. Starting off, Megan Fitzpatrick got the ball during the tip-off, with Elaine Suller then driving in before backing out to the three-point line and finding an open teammate at the free-throw line, who hits the open cutter under the basket for the easy layup. Going into the second quarter, Brianna Custodio comes down, hits the pull-up jumper, and then Jasmine Shakes fights for the rebound, trying to get it back to Brianna at the three-point line, who swings it to Janiyah for the mid-range jumper. Moving into the third quarter, the Hawks kept fighting strong, with Brianna passing it to Janiyah, who drives it in, making a tough layup. Unfortunately, one of the captains, Jayla Midget, was injured on the court, but that didn't stop her from getting right back up and scoring 2 more points for her team.
It hurt a lot, but at the end of the day, I need to be there for my team, and I wanted to get the win, so I had to do what I had to do.
In the end, Seminole Ridge Hawks crushed the Atlantic Eagles with the final score being 56-36. And for WSRH Sports, I'm Austin LaManna.
Taking a look at next week's sports, we have Monday, girls soccer will have a district semifinal against Dwyer at 7 p.m. at the Hawks Nest. Wednesday, boys basketball will be going toe-to-toe with Jupiter at 7:30. Thursday, girls basketball will be going against Santa Lucia's at 7:30 p.m. Friday, competition cheer will have their FHSAA state championship at Lakeland, with the time still to be announced. Good luck, Hawks! Well, that's it for the episode of WSRH Sports. I'm Shayla Stowwagon.
And I'm Carlos Suarez. Remember that you can follow us on social media on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Seminole Ridge TV. Have a great day, Hawks.